I'm here talking with Jan Duke, of course, from Lee County Pre-K. And, of course, Jan, we're moving towards the holiday time of the year. Kind of gotten through Halloween. You know, one of the little guys and girls' favorite times of year. Now we're headed towards Thanksgiving. And, of course, a lot of busyness going on in the kitchen. And, of course, you don't want them in there necessarily next to the stove a whole lot or things that are really hot. But yet, at the same time, you want to give them something to do maybe because they always want to seem to take part.
That's right.
What can moms or dads do to give the kids a little something to do, you know, at Thanksgiving, and maybe even help out just a bit, or at least make them think that they're helping out a whole lot?
That's right, and maybe they can take some of the load off of the parents because it is a stressful time, and so there are ways to keep it from being so frustrating. And the first thing, of course, is the planning and preparation, and so. You can let your child, no matter what their age is, help you with like making the grocery list or planning the menu. Right. And those that are older maybe could type it into the computer and double check their spelling with spell check. And you know how sometimes the computer thinks it knows what you're saying, so they have to discern whether or not it really does. But as you get into even some of the younger children, they can either write the words for the grocery list. You can have them like try to sound it out and spell it. Right. Sometimes we think that they can't write it, and they don't even know they can until you say, well, do you know what a P looks like? Right. P starts potatoes, so write down a P, now try an O, how about a T? You know, and eventually they'll be able to get it. But even the little ones could draw the pictures. They could make a picture list for you, and I promise you, when you get to the grocery store, if you think it's a tomato, they'll remember that it was a cranberry or or whatever. They'll know what they wrote down there for you, and that kind of just empowers them and gives them a chance to stretch their academic skills in that way.
And you can always teach them about the wishbone and the turkey and the old saying, it brings good luck if you break off the biggest portion, things like that. That's a little something fun to do, that you may forget about over time, or with the whole haste of trying to cook for a lot of people, you may forget about it, and just a little something that you can do to make the kids' time a little bit more enjoyable, I guess, during the holiday season. Right,
and you want to continue those traditions too. So establish new ones if you don't have family traditions, but certainly continue those that you do. Children can also help with decorations. They can make the placemats or the napkin rings. Older children maybe can download instructions on how to fold napkins, some of those fancy ways that you see sometimes to make dinner a little more elegant at Thanksgiving.
Okay. Yeah, certainly good ideas. We'll talk more with you about that in the coming minutes. Now we're going to head back on over to Kelly real quick. Kelly. All right, welcome back to Good Day. We're back again talking with Jan Duke from Lee County Pre-K, and of course headed into the holiday season. We talked about how maybe you can prep things around the house, how the kids can help out. Now we get down to the big meal time. Fixing all the stuff there, start to finish during the day. Break it down for us. Well, what are a few things that the kids could take part in to make them feel like they're actually being a part of it, that they actually have an end result to things? When it makes it to the table, they see it, they eat it, and everybody takes part in it and is happy.
That's right. Cooking is empowering for kids. They feel a sense of pride, and besides that, they're going to become more independent at it. So in future years, you'll be able to hand it over to them for sure. But they're also more likely to eat things that they help prepare, I guess. First of all, the turkey takes a long time, and so let your children be in charge of the timer for basting. So every 20 minutes, they can be the one who lets you know that it's time to baste the turkey and then set the timer again. They can also, a lot of stuffings require stale bread or whatever, so they can lay the bread out and let it get stale, and then be in charge of cubing it. Even with a plastic knife, they could do that. Remember, safety is always first. Right. And then they can add the herbs or spices or whatever's needed to that. They could wash vegetables. They can even tear lettuce to toss a salad. Mashing potatoes is always fun.
Oh yeah.
Little ones can even add marshmallows to the top of the sweet potato casserole. You could have a contest to see who could snap the most beans.
Okay. These are little things that you probably wouldn't think of right off the top of your head, but it's good to good to reinforce this and let everybody at home think of something, you know, that they could do or have the kids do with them.
That's right, and it takes a little bit off of you so that you can be doing something else instead. And know that some of it's going to be frustrating. Prepare for that. Just be ready for that. Let's see, what else can they do? When it's time for dinner, they could say the blessing that teaches them gratitude, and also, you know, you may have a large group there, so it would be help them with public speaking. One day they could come on TV like me.
There you go.
And of course, cleaning up. That's the thing that's not much fun, but you can sing a song, or you can withhold dessert until the cleanup gets done.
Go. Yeah, I never thought about that. Withhold dessert. That's a good one. Yeah, that would definitely get some work done in my house, I'm sure.
That's right.
All right. Well, thanks for coming in this morning, Jan, and we'll have you back later on. Now it's time to turn it back on over to Kelly with Unbreakable Bloodline. Kelly.